Okay guys, so you guys just see me struggle there. Massive mold discovered, and I had to pull this 2x4 right out. And this section of floor isn't bad. I should be able to bleach it clean, but still I had to take that 2x4 out because see the leaking. So we had a little water trapped up in there when I was cutting through with the knife. So when I start pulling this down, we'll see exactly what goes down. So I'm gonna run this without without the time lapse on, so you guys can check it out. I'm gonna grab a camera or power pack here. Whoops. All right, hold on here, folks. Once I get all this crap untangled. Working in a construction zone, Tetris, with zero room in a tiny house is something real fun. You'll be real good at Tetris by the end of this. So what I do now, I already used the fillet knife to cut through the spray foam. I'm going to use this crowbar now and pry this this lumber out. And I got the old Dan Bongino playing in the background on the radio. Replaced Rush Limbaugh and WJR. So that's who I've been listening to now. And here we go. See what we can see. It's probably going to be really bad, guys. Just putting it out there. Because of the look of this mold, no doubt in my mind. Okay. Now I got this all in one big giant piece instead of an 8-footer. It's two 8-footers still together. So I gotta move down and pry it carefully, a little bit at a time. All right, move the camera here. There we go. She's warm in here, guys. I got the windows cracked, but I didn't have time to put the air on because obviously working back at this end of the world, it's a different story. Sometimes I get stuck on these 2x4 studs, and they just are in the way. Okay, we're real close here. Okay, I can get this. There we go. Oh yeah. Oh yeah, she's bad. She is bad. Very bad. Oh yeah, and there it is. Exposed roof with a hole. And look where the hole was. The hole is right onto the wood and molded it. So this goes right outside the tiny house. By the way, guys, I should mention, I didn't film this, but when I arrived here at the tiny house, I noticed my my lumber pile under the tiny house had been messed with, and a bunch of craps thrown all over. So I don't know if a crackhead was looking for a piece of lumber or something, but whatever. I didn't see anything missing. It was just a hell of a mess I had to clean up. And the wind didn't do it because one of my bags of sand was moved. The wind ain't picking up a bag of sand. I don't care how freaking windy it is. Sorry. So somebody was definitely here, screwing around. Oh, so the sooner I get in here full time, the better. There we go. This one's coming a lot smoother. I got down here, there's a stud that's holding this up. I'll turn the camera so you guys can see that nonsense. Okay. Oh, the Democrats are thinking about another lockdown, guys. You guys in the States really need to step up and get rid of the Democrats since they stole the election. Now they're just going full-on totalitarianism, and it's insane. You guys will be totally bankrupt. Your country will be gone if you don't get Trump back in and kicking some ass. And we're still waiting on Mike Lindell's Supreme Court decision. That'll be coming up in the next month or so, month or two. So we'll figure that one out. That'll be something wild. It's either going to go in favor or it's going to all go to hell. And you guys wanted to go into favor, but didn't you? And you should be preparing now. I was obviously trying to prepare, and then I discovered a bunch of BS in the tiny house that I had to fix. So, of course, right? Knowing my luck. Oh, I'm gonna have to beat this stud off the wall. It's not cooperating. Knock my freaking camera over. That'll suck. Text the word give 3393. That's give to 83393. JR traffic first, 96 westbound below the lanes and exit Red River Shade. Okay. There we go. There we go, nice and easy. So look, exposed roof all the way along. Condensation and mold. Of course, right guys? But at least all this is done now. I have to play catch up and see what needs to be fixed and so on and so forth. So be right back. Gotta throw this outside. And then we'll move on to the next project here. Or the next step anyways. Mostly sunny today, a high of 81. Clear tonight, low of 61. Yeah. God bless. God bless. So what I'm going to do quickly is grab my fillet knife, which I'm down to my last one. I only bought the two. First one broke, but I'm going to use it to pop these rivets. Any ones that are left, because they come out so easy, just like this. They're completely rusted, completely pooched. I'll set the camera up a little bit so you guys can see that. Of course. So I literally take the fillet knife, go in between and go like that. They're so rusted. Like this. Like that. They just fall out. Complete junk. Let's continue on doing that. Because I'm going to rocker guard all this crap. And I'm going to have to bleach before I head out after today. And I heard on this station they have, there's actually a prepping expo going on, which I found funny. But the sad part is, come on down to the Prepper Expo. We got free vaccines for you. Now that's crazy, dude. But then again, I guess they have to push that crap in order to have a venue to sell you actual good prepping gear and to have access to you, right? Well, pretty sad state. Oh, my shoe almost fell off. Hooked it on the table. Holy shit. Some of these are freaking nasty. Okay, this corner has got a little mold action going on that I'm going to have to fix. There was trapped water up here because the condensation was trapped in between the foam and the 2x4 wood, which is not good. I'm going to cut this mold out of here too, by the way. This is all mold. Instead of just treating it with bleach, cut it out, get rid of it. Now this is wet here. That was all trapped in there, all the way along here. It's wet. Still wet, look. We're gonna let that air dry. I'm gonna bleach this anyways. What the hell? We're gonna bleach all this anyways. Safety first. Right? Well, I don't have a respirator on. I've been given more crap about people telling me how to kill mold and to wear a respirator online in my life. Guys, if you're that afraid of work and have to sit behind a keyboard all day, yeah, it shows you your character real nice. I demonstrated on video. Bleach works just fine and dandy. No issues. Trapped water. I'm gonna have to let this dry out pretty good. I'm gonna let that dry out real good. Now back here, I'm worried about this corner because you guys know on the other end of the tiny house, the disasters we found in that corner. So I'm gonna cut into the foam over here. And see what the hell we got. Just to see if this corner is a leaker, like the other corners in the tiny house were. And if they are, means I need to buy another roll of Eternal Bond tape. Not bad. Not at all, guys. Just a little bit of mold from the end of that 2x4 cutout. And that looks like all she wrote. Oh, wait a minute. Have I spoke too soon? Oh, I found a rusty bolt. I bet you guys are like, come on, Rob, pick up the camera. Well, I'm busy working here, guys. I don't have a camera crew. Yes, sir. We're gonna bleach all everything. I'll probably bleach everything before I even rocker guard, which would make some more sense to me. No doubts there. The BMI newsletter, if you want to read it, gino.com/newsletter. It's free. Just click sign up and we'll send you the thing. So a CBS journalist goes into one of the most liberal areas of liberal Washington, D.C. I think we're good on this corner, guys, which is fantastic. Absolutely fantastic. I'm going to double check just here. I see there's a little pocket of, sometimes you'll see a little pocket of rust stain or something. And you just pop it out and see, do an exploratory deal, see what the hell's going on. Nope, everything's good there. So, like I say, a couple of these rivets I can't do anything about, but I'll get these real nappy ones out of here. There we go. But you can see these rivets, just brutal. We had a hole here. We have another rusted rivet here that needs to be dealt with, rocker guard and spray foam. I'm going to grab the camera instead of talking and show you guys the El Damajo. Okay, 1 second. All right. Oh. All right. So, here's where the main mold was. This spot leaking down. Here was another spot. You can see how nappy these rivets are. Here's that bolt. Here's that hole. And this is the majority of this corner rot that we have. And that's it. So, bleach time. And then, well, before I bleach, I'm going to obviously, massive cleanup job to do. Sweep all this crap out. Then I'm going to bleach this area. Probably bale the tiny house. And I will rocker guard at the next day. I'm not here tomorrow. My mom's birthday. Happy birthday, Mom. My brother's coming down again. We're taking her out for nice dinner, and I think we're taking her to the casino. I just give my parents cash pretty much every year for their birthday, so that's it. I'm just standing open next to the open door here, guys. So I'm gonna clean up the floor, get the bleach going, and then probably bale the tiny house for today. And then come back, rocker guard Thursday. And after I rocker guard, I will spray foam. And once it's all spray foamed, we should be good to go. Then I can figure out what I want to do to assemble the wall back. But this is the lumber that I had to get rid of. Now my pile here, and yes, the elliptical's outside. The pile was thrown underneath the tiny house, was thrown forward near where these scraps of moldy vinyl are. And one of my sandbags was moved, and there's no way in hell wind did that. Somebody was over here like a crackhead looking for something. I don't know what they'd be looking for. I can't wait till fall because a lot of this lumber is going to get burned. I'll have a lot of lumber to burn this winter, which is great. I think I mentioned, I might have mentioned this. There's my flue for the barrel stove, guys. I checked it, I didn't film it. I checked it off camera the one day when I was here sealing the Eternal Bond outside. And there was like screw all in there. There's a little bit on the sides, very little. But that's because I run my wood stove like everybody should run their wood stove. The first 20 minutes, you should leave the door open, running full tilt boogie, hot temperatures, like 700 degrees. Then close the door. The temperature will fall automatically because you're cutting off the oxygen supply, or the speed of the oxygen supply, right? And then you can damp it down to whatever you like, and you're good to go. And then I always damp it down fully for the nighttime. And then you repeat that in the next day, in the next steps. Throw some lumber on the embers in the morning, or start a new fire. Leave the door open. Burn it hot for 20 minutes, and it will ensure you never have a creosote fire because you're burning and cleaning the flue at a hot temperature. So the creosote can't build up. It's pretty simple. So anyways, I've already rocker guarded to about here, my progress, and I gotta rocker guard all those spots all the way down. I'm gonna do that another day though, because I want to hit that area heavily with bleach because of all the mold I found. And then look at the tiny house nightmare that I have to continue to fix. And I still got to be here for Friday for my stay over. I've been staying over here, and I'm going to be running that air cleaner, full tilt boogie, in here on Friday. Probably with the windows open as a backup, because I leave them open anyways to air out and get rid of this nasty out of the tiny house. So there was water trapped, condensation basically was trapped because the spray foam people did not do the entire aluminum roof. As you can see there's the cap. Those rivets attach the cap to the walls of the tiny house. This is one giant piece of wall, guys. There is no... When they build these things, they build them in like a giant factory deal, right? This 1-inch thick piece of wall, wood, it's sandwiched in between two like fiberglass sheets, is one ginormous piece that runs the entire length of the tiny house, except for the ends, because this end is a curve, so it's a different shape and it's metal, and the ass end is goes into a metal. What would that be? What would that be? Metal corners, metal corner posts. So those are the only seams on this wall. Other than we discovered the rivets have rotted and rusted out over time and totally screwed the tiny house project. So big learning curve here, guys. I had to rip everything down, fix all the nonsense, and basically start over. Now, did it cost me a whole lot of money to fix this? No. Did it cost me a whole lot of time and man hours of myself? Yes. So that is, and now I'm done before winter, which is fantastic. So I got to get cleaning, and then I'm going to bleach and get the hell out of here. And I actually disconnected my 12-volt fridge, the Dometic. Had to unload a lot of water out of it because it weighed like 1,000 pounds with all the water I had in there. So I had to unload it before I moved it, and that's just the way it is. So yeah, I'm gonna feel a lot safer after this is bleached and let air dry out, and then I'm gonna come in rocker guard, next steps, and then I'm gonna spray foam, and then be safe to go ahead and reconstruct the wall. Now I had to pull the one stud out. As you can see, there's one missing there, guys, because that was the area that the mold was just above it, so it was running down that stud and rotted and molded that stud. I think, yeah, there it is there. You can see the black that traveled down the 2x4. Now I'm sure that's salvageable with some bleach and vinegar, but I'm not taking any chances since I've gone this far. So, I'm glad to have that done. A relief. I only had a half day to work here at the tiny house today because I had to go work at a job, which is no problem. But always nice to have a paying job. But no big deal. Now I can get to work. So see you guys in a bit.